Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a full crowd here today, and we're very happy to see you. Before we start the meeting, I would ask Ms. McDade, Commissioner McDade, if she would lead us in the prayer and the pledge, please. Please stand.
Oh, Heavenly Father, we come to you this morning asking you for all of your blessings. We want to say thank you, Heavenly Father, for waking us up this morning and starting us on our way. We ask that you guide us forward this morning, make a decision that is very productive for our school system. Oh, Heavenly Father, we also ask that you continue to bless our superintendent and his administrative team for the things that they're taking care of for our school system. Oh, Heavenly Father, we ask that you continue to watch over our school system, watch over our teachers, our staff, our students. And Heavenly Father, as we go into this meeting, we ask that you continue to guide us, bless us, and keep us. In God's name we pray and ask these heavenly blessings. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This September the 19th, 2024's board meeting will come to order. Do I hear approval of the prior minutes?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the prior minutes. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Agenda adoption. Mr. Superintendent, any changes today, sir?
Yes, sir. We have several changes in the action item. If you'll turn to action item 12. Action item 12 is an agreement between us and the Mobile Arts Council, 34/7 Enterprise, to build a foundation for math mastery, to boost grades and scores for teachers and students' critical thinking. That's coming out of ESSER funds for $500,000. That's action item G12 with Arts Council Enterprise. We also have action item 56. Action item 56 is an agreement between us and Renaissance Learning with McDavid Jones Elementary. It is to provide Renaissance Learning site license for Accelerator Reader. That's for the students of McDavid Jones. That's coming out of Title I funds for $7,377.80. That's all of the action items on the consent agenda. H1 is a contract between us and Hope Institute with Alma Bryant. It is to provide the Hope Leadership Academy Year 1. That's coming out of Title I funds for $5,000. And Mr. President, if I can go back to action item 76.
Yes, sir.
76 is the request of board members to the revision of the superintendent's contract.
Okay, very good. Any additional ones, Mr. Superintendent?
Sir?
Any additional?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, we have some modifications to the agenda, addition of G12, G56, 76, which was added at the work session, and H1. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda items?
So moved.
Okay, I have them
As amended.
as amended. Correct. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we have a motion to do that. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, there's a second. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Mr. Superintendent, before we get started, any announcements from you this morning, sir?
No, sir.
Mr. Harwell?
No, sir.
Okay. Ms. McDade?
No, sir.
Dr. Crenshaw? Okay, none from me. We have Ms. Havner Phillips, a room full of recognitions, which makes me feel real good. This is the best part of our job here, okay? So we have some outstanding people, so you have the floor.
It is. And so first, we're going to recognize our award-winning counselors. And so I'm going to kind of call you guys up by board district so we can get our board members in place. But District 1 is Citronelle, if you can stand over there at the far end. And I'll name them in just a minute. And then District 2, Mr. String, and board members, you can come up as well. District 2, Mr. Stringfellow from Burns Middle. And then District 3, Dr. Crenshaw from Scarborough Middle, Washington Middle, and Viger High School. And then District 4 is Linecoff Elementary and LaFleur, and actually I think Washington is in District 4. And then District 5, Johnny Hatcher, is Caslin, Davis, Granby, and Baker High School. And I'll tell you about these awesome individuals. Give you that one. You can come this way so we can all see you, though. Yeah, don't be shy. All right. Yep. The Alabama School Counselor Association has recognized 15 counselors from 11 MCPSS schools for earning the designation of 2024 Alabama School Counseling Programs of Distinction. The success of school counseling programs at MCPSS is the result of major investments by the school board in programs designed to assist all students to achieve their full potential by fostering their academic career and social emotional development. These school counseling programs are now eligible for the national recognition by the American School Counselor Association. So to have 15 is a very big deal. So everybody give them a round of applause. So first from District 1, we'll have Doug Harwell presenting to Heather Bird and Stephen Watts of Citronelle High School.
Good. They don't let me speak all the time, so this is a pleasure for me. So, but really, counselors. So, of course, I got the best. They're number one. They're down at the end. First in line. But hey, counselors today, if you don't know, have a big challenge. It's not just, hey, when I was going to school, I was talking to you about going to elementary. It's different. I mean, they're dealing with things now that we never dreamed about. And even today, even this week at Murphy High School, Mary Montgomery High School, things are going on. So I appreciate what y'all do. It's not just talking to kids about school or whatever. It's about life and decisions they're making and what a difference y'all can make. And when I was on the board, that's one of the things I really want to push our board to do more of testing and a lot of other things that go along with all these things, suicide, overdose, all these things y'all dealing with on the front line. So I only got a couple more months, so hopefully my colleagues back here and Mr. Lonnie will do the same thing to really help y'all, give you the tools you need to do a great job you're doing now to enhance that. So I appreciate what all of y'all doing, but especially the ones down on the end, the number one. Thank y'all.
Do you want to what? Okay. All right, and next we have District 2, Mr. Stringfellow. We have LaToya Williams and Avery Richardson from Burns Middle School. Oh, I also want to acknowledge that Mr. Brewster is here from Citronelle, so stand up, Mr. Brewster. And then from Burns Middle School, Mr. Knight is here, so stand up, Mr. Knight. It's our principals.
Well, I agree with everything that my colleague just said about the work that they do. Dr. Motley, would you stand, please? This is the lady that's in charge of this division. And I would like to add that the last couple of years, we've had a number of counselors that have been recognized statewide for their contribution. And as Mr. Harwell was saying, they do a wonderful job. And nowadays, more than any other time in the history of our system and in the state, the need and the job that they do is so fundamental and so important like that. And I don't really have the words to say how much we depend upon it. It used to be that all you worried about was having, well, do you have enough credits to graduate or move on or whatever. Their job is a lot more complex now. given all of the issues that we have out there. So I have extreme pleasure in recognizing them, and Dr. Motley, the work that you do with them like that also. So congratulations to all of those. And I have, these are for Burns, is that correct?
Burns Middle School. So they are LaToya Williams and Avery Richardson from Burns Middle. And then next from District 3, we have Dr. Reginald Crenshaw, and we have from Scarborough Middle School, we have Kendra Cook and Monet Ivory, and Mr. Stallworth is here. Will you stand, Principal? And then we have Lakeisha Scott from Viger High School, and I know that Miss Buchanan is here, so can you stand? Congratulations.
We want to say congratulations to these individuals. We appreciate your very hard work, and keep it up.
Lakasha. And next from District 4 with Miss Sherry McDade, we have Jermaine Walker from Washington Middle School. And I think Mr. Williams is here. Principal, stand up. And then we have Stephanie Bradford of Linecoff Elementary School. I think I saw Miss Bell Payne here. And then Lucinda Hill and Melinda Gray from LaFleur High School. If Dr. Williams is here, he can stand. But congratulations.
Good morning. First of all, let me say, my high school counselors never looked this great. Mr. George Langham was my high school counselor. But, you know, this morning, I'm excited because I have to present certificates to 4 of the counselors that were in my district. And I would like to recognize someone that I've known since she was 11 years old. She was one of my students that I first met when I started teaching school, and that is Dr. Kimberly Walker. She's a supervisor here for Mobile County Public School System. I know she was sitting over there nervous because she was going to think that I was going to call her what I always call my little girl. So, a long time, but she's always been a pride and joy. But we're here to recognize the counselors in my district. We say the best for last. So this morning, I have some great counselors in my district. I went out there personally to celebrate with them on winning their awards. I bought all of them a planner, and I know that Mr. Walker from Booker T was surprised when I gave him a plant. Hopefully he gave it to his wife, but I got something for you. Anyway, it's great that we have such an amazing staff of counselors running Mobile County Public School System. They're doing a great job for us, and the recognition that we receive statewide and nationally is very rewarding to our school system. Again, thank you for all the work that you do, everyone that's up in front. But again, my counselors, I love you the best. Continue to do what you do. I think my 2 counselors from LaFleur, this is their 2nd time winning this award. So apparently we're doing something great in District 4.
All And then on behalf of Mr. Johnny Hatcher in District 5, Mr. Stringfellow is going to present to Alicia Clevenger, who is at Castlin Elementary School. Is Ms. Dickens here? Let's see her. Okay. And Kimberly Jones from Davis Elementary. I don't think I saw Mr. Agnew either. And then Summer Davis from Grand Bay. I see Dr. Boucher. And Christy Matthews from Baker High School. And I saw Mr. Peru. You'll stand. Congratulations.
Well, Mr. Hatcher and I are about the same height, and so I guess I can fill in. Anyway, congratulations again. There's not much more I can say. I think it applies to everyone in our system, which is, I'm proud of like that. And I know the principals are proud of the work that they do, and because it's so meaningful in their schools. So the school system and this school board were very proud to recognize all of these today. And Dr. Motley, I expect to see more coming up in the future for us like that. So congratulations to you.
And to have 15 counselors is a very significant accomplishment for Mobile County Public Schools. And it's also made possible by Dr. Motley and Dr. Walker, who oversee the program. So if we can give them a round of applause.
One last handful, please.
Now squeeze in as tight as you can squeeze.
Oh, do you want me in up here?
This is a very large group.
I hope you just hold it.
Yes. All right. You can either, you want to stick around for the next recognition, and then we'll excuse you guys. Stay here. You've got more. All right. And next, we are going to recognize some outstanding students from Davidson High School, Murphy High School, and Baker High School. So come forward, students. This is the ACT. I'll tell you in just a second. And then Mr. Stringfellow.
Oh, yeah.
Students from 3 MCPSS high schools have qualified for the College Board's National Recognition Program. Eligible students must score in the top 10% in the state on the PSAT, earn a 3 or more on 2 or more AP exams, earn a cumulative GPA of B+ or higher, identify as first-generation Black, African American, Hispanic, Latino, Indigenous, or Native, and or attend school in a rural area or small town. So these winners from these 3 high schools, this is a very big accomplishment, and we want to congratulate you. So congratulations. So from Davidson High School, Mr. Stringfellow is going to recognize, will you wave when I say your name, Dylan Wynn, Oscar Jones, Bridget Foster, Sajedi Diaz, Maria Blunt, and Isaac Barrera. Congratulations.
Mr. Richardson, would you stand, please? Because I know you're the proud principal of these students here, so. This is quite an accomplishment, and I'm very proud when I saw the award that they received. I knew right away that we had to recognize all of these students, not just the ones from Davidson, but all of those. Mobile County, for a lot of people who don't watch the news and pay attention and they read the wrong things, we have done and are doing some outstanding things in our system. And we have outstanding students, not only at Davidson High School, but all these other schools that you see being represented here, and some that are not here today. So I'm very proud of the progress that we're making. And speaking of Davidson in particular, they were recognized, and I will just talk about them for a moment, because this is indicative of the kind of students that they have at this particular high school. They were recognized as the outstanding high school in Southwest Alabama, and I think that's quite an accomplishment, number 19 in the state of Alabama. And these awards that these students are receiving are academic awards and well-earned, and I know they have worked hard and will continue to work hard, and we expect great things from them, because it makes me feel good as an old guy now who has been through the system for a number of years, that I feel comfortable and safe that we've got wonderful students that are coming up that are going to be future leaders for us. So congratulations to them.
Sajedi. And then from Murphy High School, Ms. McDade will present certificates to Quinlan Deanda and Colin Bendoff. Can you guys wave?
Again, we want to say thank you for all that you've done through your high school careers. You know, especially when you walk into the boardroom and we see kids, we're very honored for you guys to be here. But one of the great things that I admire most of all is when one of my I have a parent that bring their child into the boardroom. That means that you're a reflection of me. I taught your mom taught you. So with that being said, we want to say congratulations on receiving these honors. You guys apparently have worked very hard to achieve this goal, and thank you for making Mobile County Public Schools the best system in the great state of Alabama. Okay, thank you.
And then next, on behalf of Mr. Hatcher, Mr. Stringfellow will present to our students from Baker High School. Mr. Prue, will you stand again? All right.
Renee, I would like to say one thing. We need to really think about this. These kids are in the top 10% in the state of Alabama. Not in Lower Alabama, not in Mobile, Baldwin County, in the state. That's a massive achievement for all of these students. So congratulations.
So from Baker High School, we have Jasmine Trin. Will you wave? Tess Rivas, Kim Fan, Anna Larkin, and Ethan Gwynn. Congratulations.
And again, on behalf of Mr. Hatcher, I know he's proud of what's going on at Baker High School. Mr. Peru, I know have an outstanding program there also, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because I failed to mention the fact that these are some of the outstanding students in the state of Alabama. So that says an awful lot about your academic program. It says an awful lot about the parents that support these students, and it says everything about the students and the hard work that they put in. So congratulations to them. One big hand, please.
And we know this wouldn't be possible without their parents. If you're a parent of one of these brilliant students, please stand. Mr. Stringfellow. Picture.
Oh, goodness.
And I know these students and counselors are anxious to get back to school, so thank you for coming.
We want you back to go to school.
Just remember, still invite us to your house. Hey, as long as you continue to invite us to Christmas. Hey. Hey.
How you doing? Hey, Don.
Oh, so proud of you. We did it. Yes. I still have your football. Oh, we got it. Okay. Do that.
Well, cleared out the room, that's kind of sort of. Okay, at this particular time, Mr. Superintendent, do we have any citizens' requests?
No, sir.
All right, very good. If no citizen requests, we will move on to action items.
All right, we have action item G1 is the 2025 annual budget that we do every year. It is our proposed district-wide budget for, again, 2025. That's action item G1.
Dr. Crenshaw.
In as much as we have read these 76 items, make a motion to items 1 through 50.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion to approve action items G1 through 50, and there's been a second. Any further discussion?
Yes, sir. I got one.
Right ahead.
Okay. So, on number one, the annual budget, I don't think the budget includes our 1.5 annual step raise for our employees. And as I've done for the last, I think, 11 years, would like that to be included. I know the budget can be amended. I just want to, continue to stand up for those guys out there doing the work in the field for us. So I hope we do that. Sir?
In what area?
The,
Classified.
Classified. Thank you.
Okay, are you looking for this for the next board meeting, Mr. Harwell?
Well, I know right now in the past years, we just amended the budget when it came available.
I think, and this is just my opinion, I think it would give us time to take a look at, and I don't disagree with you, time for the superintendent and the CFO and others to take a look at the budgetary things that might ensue. Ms. McDade, your thoughts about that?
That's fine.
Dr. Crenshaw?
I make a motion that superintendent and CFO review those areas and bring back a recommendation.
Would that be okay for you, Mr. Harwell?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. All right. Mr.,
May I make a comment?
yes, sir.
On that 1.5, they do have it every 3 years. They just
That's
don't get it
correct.
every year. Okay.
That's correct, because that was a policy that was passed
Correct.
a few years ago.
So you want the other 2 years, is what you're saying? Okay.
Well, you'll report,
I withdraw the motion.
you'll report back to us about that,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Superintendent.
Y'all, it's all on record what y'all said, so good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Your time is up when now?
All right, we've had a motion and a second and discussion. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries.
All right, action item G51 is an agreement between us and the Bailey Education Group. It is to provide a 7-day math teacher effectiveness coaching service for St. Elmo. That's coming out of Title II funds for $10,500. That's action item G51.
Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman, since we've already vetted these items, I make a motion that we approve action items 51 through 76.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve action items G 51 through 76, and we've had a second. Any further discussion on these items? Okay, no further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Superintendent, I believe we are now
Consent.
On the
consent.
agenda H1 is an agreement between us and the Hope Institute for Alma Bryant. It is to provide the Hope Leadership Academy Year 1. That's coming out of Title I funds for $5,000. That's consent agenda item H1.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
Mr. Bruce, I'll make a motion that we approve items H1 through 32, since we talked and discussed these items. I'll make that recommendation.
Second.
Okay, all right. We have a motion to approve consent agenda items H1 through H32, and there has been a second. Any further discussion of these items? No further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Superintendent, flow
On
through.
through the flow-through items, as you can see, we have 3. One with St. Ignatius Catholic School, and the other 2 is with Mobile Christian. So I ask that you approve the flow-through items for our private schools 1 through 3.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
On the second, Mr. Superintendent, would you just let the public know what is that about, since we're approving some for Catholic schools?
Yes, so with the federal funds, we are the conduit of the finances. Our federal funds is not just for the public school system, it's for the Mobile area, but it flows through our accounting. So we have to allocate those funds to the private schools that are considered Title I schools, and they have to request those funds.
Thank you.
All right, we have a motion to approve flow-through items I, 1 through 3, and there's been a second. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Next,
All right.
Mr. Superintendent.
On to the student expulsions. As you can see, they're listed under separate cover, and we have 1 through 5 under student expulsions.
Okay, do I hear a motion in these cases?
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have, is that 1 through 5, Mr. Harwell? Okay, we have a motion to approve student expulsions, J 1 through 5. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. Any further discussion on these items? No further discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Next, we have information, which are monthly financials and purchase orders, 5,000 and over and 10,000 and over. Mr. Attorney, do you have any
Yes,
cases
Mr.
for
Chairman,
us?
we have 4 employment matters, the subject of my emails to the board of 9/11.
And I believe all the board members got those particular cases and have had a chance to read through them. Do I hear a motion in these cases?
Mr. Chairman,
Sir,
so move to concur with the recommendation of the 4 matters referring to the employee matters.
do I hear a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor of approving these settlements by our attorney, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Scheduling of meetings. Mr. Superintendent, you have anything special for us? No, sir. Mr. Hack, you want us to talk about your?
Yes, sir, we have one on the 26th, one currently scheduled.
That's the 25th.
26th is special purpose.
I appreciate the board doing that. We're trying to stay, you've done a good job of clearing these out as quickly as we can, and I appreciate the board for its effort to be there. We also have student hearings on that Tuesday, and I would ask the board to make sure that they can clear their schedules and so that we can handle those matters for the parents and so forth. Okay, do I hear a motion for adjournment?
Mr. President,
Yes,
I
sir.
make one comment.
Yes,
I
sir.
know Mr. Gatewood's here, so I attended a conference a couple weeks ago, and the same devices that we're using at our high schools and middle schools now, is it eFlow or something? Is that? eFlow. Yeah. So they were using it at this conference, and it was like 6,000 people coming to this one ring. But anyway, it was, I told them we was using it, and it worked very well. Take in a backpack, you know, they did the same thing you're doing. We had a backpack. If they see anything, they pulled you over. They liked it. And it was just a private company that was actually using them. And just want to tell you, it was a good choice that you made using those, and just got to use it somewhere beside the schools. And I thought everybody was really happy what was going on there because they was checking them at all doors. So just a great system, I think.
Well, Mr. Harwell, I think,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
Appreciate
think,
that.
I think as the school year has progressed, that we've got it even smoother
Yeah.
going through it. But I'd like to comment, the other night, Commissioner McDade and myself attended the District 1 AASB meeting, and it's interesting that at the board discussion the other day was about the AI issues that are coming up, and they had a lengthy discussion about AI and how it's being used, and I think we have, I can speak for myself, Ms. McDade can make her comments, but I think I have a better understanding of how we're going to try to approach how that's going to be used and possible policies that we need to have in place like that. Ms. McDady, any comments from you?
Yeah, the conference that we attended was basically about AI. It shared a whole lot of information that is pertinent to our students, our teachers, and our staff here in Mobile County Public School System. A lot of things are taking place in reference to the classrooms about kids not actually learning, not learning how to write papers, because they say keywords and AI will generate the passage that will be needed. So I think the board, Montgomery, is going to decide that we can come in and have a general conference for all of our teachers to make them aware so that they'll be able to recognize when kids are actually using AI and not actually writing their papers. So it was a very informative conference. We enjoyed it. We really and truly enjoyed it because I've learned a lot of things that I wasn't aware that my kids were doing. So now we are able to, identify those things. So.
Well, I appreciate
good
that. There were good things that they had mentioned also that is beneficial to our school system, and that's what we want to take advantage of, is those things. AI is here, it's in our schools now, every school in the country and so forth, and it's ever changing. So, but it's something that we have to pay close attention to and make sure we take advantage of the beneficial things and watch out for the negative things that could take place. Dr. Crenshaw, any announcements from you, sir?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Can I add one thing? I know he
Okay,
wants,
we're
I'm
gonna
ready,
hold on
I'm ready to
that.
go too. But on the other side of AI too, not only about the papers and stuff they're writing, security's a big issue. Because the voice activated stuff they use for AI, what happens, bomb threats, all these other kind of things. And what our kids are seeing, they could use Mr. Stringfellow this morning, get up here hearing speech, somebody records it, calls, talks, they can make him say anything he wants to, so, huh? I know, I'm not one of those guys that do that, but I'm just telling you, it's a whole different level of what we're gonna have to do with security for our schools because of that. I think you see them chasing bomb threats everywhere these days.
Right.
And so, again, Mr. Gatewood and them's got a big job, but his resource officer, so it is not only on the education side, but on
And
the
they talked
security
about
side,
that.
big deal, so need to keep doing that.
All right, we had a motion
Second that.
to adjourn, and we have a second.
After
All right,
lengthy-
Say anything else, I
all
wanna
in
go.
favor, say aye.
After
Aye.
lengthy discussion.